Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Monday, November 14th, 2022. It's been a very long weekend. We had a great time, had a lot of fun, very good, enjoyable get-together. So I gotta tell you, we had a little bit of a disaster last night. Now I gotta tell you, since I got down here in April, and we set up the solar system to start out with, I had one tweak of something that happened early, and we got that figured out and taken care of. And then I've had zero problems. I have not had to use the backup generator since April. I mean, once we got the solar system in place, have not had to use that the backup generator at all. So had several crappy days in a row. I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday were all crappy days. Obviously, we had snow on Saturday night, and so and then Sunday it was overcast and crappy all day long as well. So what ended up happening was, and I haven't been paying attention, so part of it is on me. I have to admit that. I mean, I hate to admit that, but because this has been working so efficiently, my solar system, that there had not been any issues at all. Okay, so I was in the camper, and I think everything started about 5 in the afternoon. So it was still light out, which was good, but so all of a sudden the power. The entire system didn't shut down, but all of a sudden I couldn't charge anything and stuff like that. So then I knew when that happens, there's something going on with the batteries. Okay, so I had my phone plugged in and it wasn't charging, and then I checked, or my fan kicked off as well. So the fan kicked off, so I knew there was an issue. So I came out here. And what the issue was, the batteries had been, they have an automatic shut-off. So they get down to a 20% level, and they'll just shut off, because that protects the batteries, okay? So obviously we're dealing with very cold weather as well. So what I did a couple different things, and one of them was I had the generator in there, so I brought the generator out, and I have that set up so that I can run the generator, charge the system at the same time. Well, what ended up happening was I get this started, and now you got to understand, I hadn't run this since April, okay? And so plugged it in, fired up right away, no issues whatsoever, got it going, it started charging up the system, and I was like, great. And then I was really concerned with the batteries because it's been as cold as it has. And so now we're going to walk in here in a second. I'm going to walk over what I did, and then what we're going to be doing. And so anyway, so then what happened was, just before my live stream started, the generator started acting up, and I thought it was connected with the fact that I had run the microwave, because I ran a microwave and all of a sudden it started hiccuping. Still starts up like a dream, no problem, starts right away, but it's like I had hesitation. So talked about that there might be gas in the carburetor and all those type of things. So what I did first was I got rid of all the old gas, got the old gas out of there, put new gas in. Then I went around back and I checked for a clog, and we'll walk back here and I'll show you. So on the back side here, and thank goodness for YouTube videos, there's the screw, and you unscrew the screw, which is over here, and there's a little piece you pop out. Check that to see if it was clogged. It was not. Put that back in. Check the filter, and that was in good shape as well. And so tried starting it again, same issue. So I'm going to have to try to address that today. But thank goodness we have a sunny day today. So what ended up happening was, basically, I knew that I can't really run anything last night, so I never turned the heat on or anything like that. In the camper itself, it got down to 36 degrees by this morning in the camper. And so it was a very cold night. I was wrapped up really good, a lot of blankets, had a wool blanket on as well, and so I did that. So what I did in the meantime, and I'll continue to explain what everything else had happened. So I had come in here, ran an extension cord, and put up, these are lights that I will eventually, see how they're all spread apart here? This will eventually be used in the bunker as we continue to dig underground. That's what, I was going to show you guys at some point, but so that's what's going on with that. So I put them in here to get some heat. Like right now in here, let's see where we're at. Trying to look at the temperature. Okay, you really can't probably see it, but it is around 52, 54 degrees in here right now. All right. Had the lights on, and the whole system, and so this had gotten charged to a certain point, like 23%, and then they always have the standby, but it'll use up all that other percentage in the meantime. So I had turned this off completely. I have the one battery on the bottom that I usually keep disconnected. I connected that in, and so I was basically running off of those two, and that worked until 5:20 this morning when the fan kicked off, and then I knew these lights were going to be off as well. So I was really concerned because I knew it was going to get colder in this battery room. So what ended up happening was I kept an eye on stuff. It got down to about 42 in here, which is not good for batteries. We don't want the batteries being in a cold condition. So sun came up, started recharging the batteries. The grow watt never turned off. That always stayed on. And it was actually all the way down to, right now the batteries are at 52.5. So right now what I have just the top one connected, the bottom one I disconnected. I turned this on, and we are at the moment 15%. I don't know if you guys, I'm going to kick that so hopefully you can see that where it says 15%. Okay. And so turn this on. That was at 0. And so, did that. It's been a very long night. I was very concerned because, like I said, these batteries are very expensive, and so I did not want to have issues with that. So what I ended up doing, like I said again this morning, panels started collecting power. It turned back on, and then it turned off again because it used it real quickly before we weren't bringing in enough yet, and then probably around 8 o'clock, it kicked back on. The system kicked back on again, so the lights came back on, started making it warmer in here, and it was a tough night. Today I'm going to try to figure out a fix for that generator. I'm going to have somebody locally here that I know look at it and see if they can figure out why it's running like that. I definitely, obviously it's that time of year. And I'm going to tell you what, if you think about it, here we are, again, it is the 14th of November, and, this is the first time I've had an issue. Now, if the generator had been working fine, I could have run the generator for about 8 hours, recharged all the batteries, and they would have been good to go. We would have had no issues overnight whatsoever. So, right now, they're charging up. Obviously, I want to get this puppy top back off. It is right now, it's around noon, and so I probably have 5 hours of daylight left, 5.5 maybe, and so it's the sun is out today, obviously, and so we're gonna work on that. One of the things we're gonna do today, all along all of these, I'm gonna be putting in for the gaps and cracks. Okay, we're gonna be putting that. I have 2 bottles of that. I have another one over here. Alright, those are going to be utilized. We're going to fill all these in, and you can see the daylight coming through here. You probably can see that right there. All that's going to be taken care of. Now on top is okay because I got insulation jammed in everything really, really well, but these gaps are letting a lot of heat out. So once we seal that, and then there is along the floor, there's a small gap along the floor along this wall. So we'll pull everything out. We're going to do that as well. And so we're going to get that part squared away as well. What I'm also going to do, the vents from the outside, I'm going to take plastic and I'm going to basically take duct tape and I'm going to close off those vents so no air flows, leaves or comes in the vents for the winter. So hopefully that will box this in more. There is a small gap here that we can throw a little bit of that in there as well. But so that's the game plan. And hopefully that will keep this warmer, keep the heat retained in here. I'm going to keep these lights in here for now, because that way they do kick off. Actually, I don't know if you, obviously you guys can't feel it, but they do kick off a decent amount of heat. And so that's a good thing. So that's going to keep it warmer in here as well. Plus with this working and everything going well, that's going to generate heat as well. So the game plan today is when I get off this video, I'm going to be cleaning up this room. Then I'm going to see about getting, that generator squared away, and we're going to kind of go from there. But we will one way or another have a working generator tonight. If I have to go out and buy another generator, I will do that. I don't care, because I'm not going to deal with that again and not be able to have things taken care of for what we need to take care of here. So kind of scary, to be honest with you, because when you have $6,000 just invested in batteries and there's an issue and there's no way that you can keep them warm, that's not fun. That's not fun. So overall, the system has worked flawlessly. You figure from April until now, mid-November, no issues. Haven't had to run the generator one time. They've had to run the generator in New York, in the system in New York. And but you got 2 households running off of that up there, off that system up there. But so that was the excitement last night, which really sucked after a very, very long weekend dealing with that. And then I was really looking forward to kind of relaxing and being warm in the camper, and I was not. But we're addressing it. We're going to take care of things. Like I said, today's obviously decent sunny day, and we're bringing in decent power, so it's going to get a chance to recharge these batteries up, and we shouldn't have an issue moving forward. But I definitely want to get that generator so that tonight, either get this one squared away or get another one, so that tonight I can run it for a few hours, top everything off, and then be good to go. Because I definitely do not want to deal with another night of the cold weather that I had last night. So it got down, and just to give you guys an idea, this morning in the camper when I woke up, it was 36 degrees inside the camper. It was 24 degrees outside. So it was definitely chilly. But anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off of here for now. And I will talk to you all later. Remember, folks, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we will be in much, much better shape. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I will see you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.